Hey everybody, welcome back to the Slimefun Tips and Tricks episode. I am your host Boomer, and today we're going to look at what I believe are the top 5 things you should do in the beginning of your game of Slime Fun to get you going. Tip number 1 is create a passive XP farm. In other words, you want a farm that is running all the time while you're on your base and requires you to do nothing. Now, XP, as you all know, everybody has to unlock items, and in your guide, depending on what's on your server, over the course of getting through all of it, you can get anywhere from 5,000 to 11,000 levels of XP. Think about how much time you have to sit in a mob grinder, even with all the enhancements that might be out there, the enchantments, and anything else you can think of. I will guarantee you I have never, ever been able to outpace a massive cactus farm at any grinder, no matter what. Even having all inquisitive level 8 and getting all this extra P, guess what? You're still going to be there for a significant amount of time. And so, again, because you're at the grinder, what's not happening at your base is there's no crafting, no automation being made, no machines running, nothing. So that's all additionally wasted time while you're at some other grinder fighting other players to get XP. Let's take a look at what we have here. Whoops. There we go. So what I've built is and actually this is a small cactus farm for me, but each one of these layers has 128 cactus farms or 7 layers. So there's roughly 896 cacti running. Normally I do somewhere in the range of 12 to 1300. But since it's just me, I figured, okay, no big deal. I'll be all right. Well, when you've got that much cactus coming down, here's how you get the XP out of it. You simply set up a fully automated smeltery. So on one side here, I have cactus running. The other side, we have bamboo running. And actually, I have way more bamboo than I even needed. I could have even taken 1 or 2 levels off, or maybe even this entire back row. I have bamboo backed up beyond any kind of reasonable amount. Once this gets going, this fully automates. And so what will happen is as the minecart gets full of cactus, it starts running and gets smelted in the form of, green dye. Let me turn my thing on here so we can look. I have cactus running through right now. And so just to give you an example here, let's go back into survival. This one is my most recently ready to go. Now I'm at 92 levels already. So when this comes out, I just went to 137 from 92. Now granted, I have my entire guide unlocked already, but I think you understand the principle of it, that you can pull out 30 to 40 levels all the time as this thing runs. You get through it, you let it run for a while, you go craft some more stuff. The cactus farm keeps running while you're crafting. So in other words, you don't have to stop to go to a grinder. You can simply let the farm run, passively gain a lot of XP to unlock your entire guide. My base, this server, I unlocked 100% of my guide from a cactus farm. That's how simple it is. Bamboo runs into the furnace, keeps them supplied. Cactus comes on the other side. We smelt it. We're good to go. All right. Tip number 2 to getting your initial base going is to automate as soon as possible. So when I'm talking about automation, we're talking about electric farms. We're talking about cargo or networks. The faster you get going, the faster things will run for you. Because again, if you're right-clicking on a smeltery or a crafting table and you have nothing moving automatically, that means you can only make what you're physically doing with the crafting table or the smeltery and nothing else. The sooner you automate, even at a basic level 1 machine, that means you have one task going, and now you can right-click and craft and create another one to get going, and another one. So automation becomes key, especially in the very beginning. All right, let's go take a look at, I got to see where I'm going here. Sorry, guys. Tip number 3 that we're going to talk about is to craft in bulk. Now, crafting in bulk doesn't mean, sitting there for 16 hours at a time. But let's think about this, especially early game. You need a lot of motors, you need a lot of electromagnets, excuse me, you need a lot of heating coils. Let's say you are working on creating a few motors and, for a recipe, and you need to craft, let's say, four for whatever it is you're going to make. It's probably going to take you anywhere from, let's just say, if you have all the raw materials, maybe it'll take you 5 or 6 minutes to craft four. But if you would have crafted 16, it might have only taken you another 60 seconds. Why? Because once you have the raw materials, all you're doing is holding down right click, either on a crafting table or on the smeltery's fence, whatever it happens to be. So when you have the raw materials in your items you know you're going to produce, don't waste time gathering materials to craft 4 motors. Craft 16 or 32, or heck, make 64. Whatever it is, it will save you a lot more time in the long run. For example, the last survival series video I just did, I'm in the process of making 4 Ignis generators. It's taken me about 2.5 hours to do so. If I would have crafted one, it would have taken me just over 2 hours. So by doing 4 of them at once, sorry, I'm hungry. By doing 4 of them at once, I actually saved myself over 5.5 hours of crafting and smelting. Real simple, quick, easy win there. All right, whoops, sorry about that, guys. Tip number 4, simplify storage. What do I mean? Well, granted, if you saw this in the survival series, this is a basic smeltery. The less sorting you have to do, you set this up once, the less sorting you have to do, the better. And so I have all of my dust coming out of here automatically going to the chest I need it to go to. And then that way I know everything. Matter of fact, this is all alphabetically. For me, it goes aluminum, copper, gold, iron, lead, magnesium, silver, tin, and zinc. Going down that line. It's simplified. It's easy enough to find and remember where everything is. All right. And then tip number 5 is going to be use your add-ons to your advantage. Now, simple material generators. This actually I actually can attest to this. Wallix, who was the author of SMG, actually created SMG simply because he was watching my Skyblock series and I had no way to create certain materials in Skyblock. And so he actually wrote this add-on to help. And it's been one of the best add-ons, I think, that has come out there. Normally in Slimefun, if you're in core Slimefun, you would set up a cobblestone farm of some sort, put that into an ore grinder to create gravel, then a gold pan, then a dust washer. I have 3 SMG gravel generators that run. And so now I don't need a cobblestone generator to go to an ore grinder. Instead, I need my gravel generators to go right to the gold pan. In other words, I don't need to craft ore grinders to set up my initial dust farm. So when you can use add-ons to your advantage, by all means, take advantage of it. Now that doesn't mean you're going to try to create, an infinity quarry on day 1. It's not going to happen. It's impossible. There is no way. You just can't get far enough fast enough. You're actually going to spend weeks trying to get to that point. But in that process of using the add-ons to your advantage, so SMG would be one example. Even when crafting, even whether it's core Slimefun or anything, again, crafting the multiple, but also crafting the higher tiers. The sooner you get through the higher tiers, the better, because those are the machines that are going to run the fastest. Right? Versus I'm going to create 5 level 1s, and I'm going to create 5 level 2s, and I'm going to create 5 level 3s. If you've got the raw material, just create the 5 level 3s right out of the gate. It's okay. Again, you might not have everything running at the same pace, but you will eventually. So instead of all balancing out on the same level, just go for it. If you end up with 5 level 3 gold pans and 5 level 1 dust washers, you're actually probably okay, to tell you the truth. So guys, that's my suggestion for you to get going, my 5 basic starting tips in Slimefun. So hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget, when you're playing Slimefun, you gotta go boomer or you gotta go home. We'll see you later.